Good
Right.
afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Tel Cockerel. It's Wednesday.
Put the shades on because it's a sunny day. Look at that.
It's Wednesday the 18th of September.
It is.
It is the week 4 results show and a bit of chat. And with me, as you can quite clearly see, I have DJ Ellie Bergval.
DJ Ellie Virgo. Yeah, because I was listening to some music, right? And I was downstairs in my garden because Angela told me to sweep the leaves. She's always bossing me about Angela. Right. And then I was trying to get on Ben's show for about half an hour, 40 minutes. I just couldn't get on. The YouTube wouldn't let me come on my phone. It just shut me out. So I thought I'll give in and I'll text Bobby that I can't get on.
So what are you? Are you on the computer now?
Yes, I am. I am.
Right.
And my cats are with me.
Your cats are with you.
Yeah.
They may or may not make an appearance. We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, I reckon George will. Oh, Angela's telling me to shut the door, so wait 1 second. She doesn't want to hear my voice. All right, Ange, I'm doing it.
Well, I'll carry on with while she's doing her bits and pieces. Well, as you know, or as many of you might know, I've not been feeling well, and I've not been on of late. I am feeling much better. I feel a lot better than what I did Saturday.
You look like you've just come out the shower.
That's probably because I was sweating about the show.
Yeah.
And I had to give up my ticket for Sunday's game because I wasn't well. Which is a right bummer. But
it was a free ticket as well, wasn't it, Jose? You didn't even have to pay for it.
I know it's madness, isn't it?
It's hard.
But yeah, but it is what it is. Health comes first. But I'm back on your screen. Back on your screens today. And it is a results show, but it's also to have a chat about things in general as well. But we'll welcome some people in before we start all off. Adrian was here earlier.
Morning, Adrian.
Good afternoon, Jose. Colin. So, Colin has got a podcast called Two Sides of a Pitch podcast. So it's Colin and Jamie. Jose will be on his own or with whoever he brings in. And you got it wrong. It wasn't Colin. It was Eddie that was with me.
Because I'm better looking than Colin. Just about. It's disputable.
He also says, and make wholesale changes tonight as he has an option to do that against Karabag next week. Adrian, for people that are interested, has put his predicted lineup there. Daniel Coy says, big up, mate. Hiya. And Luca Talks Ball says he's currently live at the moment. So thanks for letting us know that you're live.
Nice
but I'm live as well.
He's an Arsenal boy.
Look, he's a nice fella, but you know, he needs to understand that we're live as well at the moment. Peter Kagaya says hi, or 103, which is now 107 in Melbourne for Peter. That's 4 minutes.
I was speaking to David Shia, this morning, and because I'm going to get him a Spurs shirt from the Spurs site that I've been given, and he said to pass on his very big thanks to Peter Kakayas for getting him the link to watch the match and subscribe. So it's very cheap as well, which is really good.
Yeah, I got I managed to get Peter's digits, and I passed his digits on to David. I've been in contact.
Well done, Jose.
I've been in contact with Peter as well. But I've also added Peter into the WhatsApp group as well. Not that he said anything as yet, but he's been very quiet on the WhatsApp group.
Because he's always tending sick people, isn't he?
Yeah, possibly. Hi, Jose. I hope you're feeling better. You swerve on a Sunday. Look, do you know what? It was a game I really wanted to go to, Adrian. It's not swerved, but we will talk about the here and now, where I am with the here and now. We will get on to that.
That's a proper London term, swerved.
Yeah. Just a harmless potatoes here says good afternoon, or good afternoon, good evening, or good morning to you, just a harmless potato, wherever you are in the world. I'm reminding people, smash the likes on the way in. You know the drill, and thank you very much.
Yes.
People saying hello. Ian Meth has said,
he's back from Canada.
He says, I don't think you're too far away, Adrian. I wonder if he might try Decky and Bergwall together and give BJ a chance to impress against less opposition. What's interesting is I've seen a couple of shows today, and I've also seen people in here already, or Adrian, say what their lineups are. And do you know the one player that people are not picking is Bergwall? People have picked teams, but no one's picked Bergwall. Oh, you have?
Last night, yeah.
Right. Just the harmless potato says, then it says, big up Jose and the Queen Ellie. Ryan G is saying, good afternoon to Jose and Ellie. See, Ryan G talks my language. He doesn't talk this American jargon. So I understand good afternoon, Jose and Ellie. So this, big up, big up. We're just about getting pumped up for something. Big up, big up. Ellie says, you look ready to fly the plane, is what Ian says.
Am. I'm on a plane on Saturday. I'm going to my daughter's wedding in Cyprus. So I'm really excited, guys and girls. I can't wait. I'm going to be a very proud mum. And it's Jose, just to let you know, a little bit of trivia. In Cyprus, the man and the woman walk the bride down the aisle, which I didn't know because I thought it was just BTS, but I'm going to be joining him. So I'm really proud to be doing that.
Take them high heels, wear flats. Take the high heels off and wear flats. Yeah. That's what I'm going to say to you.
I haven't got flats, but I've got one with a chunky heel.
Okay, fair enough. Well, as long as it helps you keep your balance.
It does.
We don't want you dropping again.
And they're not too high either. They're only about 1.5 inches, which is good.
And then you've got Graham says, good afternoon, Jose and Eddie. Come on, you Spurs. Good afternoon, Graham. I hope you're well, sir. Big John, Garside. Afternoon all. Marching on together. I hope you're well, John. Nice to see you here.
Together. I love the lead song. What great fans they've got.
We've got Bill Blythe says, hi, mate. Hello, Bill. I hope you're well, mate. I hope you are well. I've not seen you down my way recently. That's not to say you haven't been down here, but good afternoon to you, mate.
Blythe.
He used to come and watch you play football 40 odd years ago. 50, yeah. 40 odd years ago, yeah. Bill used to come and watch you play 40 odd years ago. Spurs diehard says, I had the good fortune to meet Charlie Biker and his mate, and Brad Matthews and his mate at the North London Derby. It's a meeting point, isn't it? It's a meeting point for everyone going to the stadium. Nita says, hi, Jose and Ellie. Good afternoon, Nita. And she's saying hello to everyone in the chat.
Hello, Nita.
Nick saying, morning, y'all. Good morning to you. And morning to everyone in the chat as well. Good morning to you, Nick. Hope you're well.
Yeah, make me some cider. The pear
Two sides of picture. I don't know who's been putting this in. It's Jamie says, hi guys. I'm sure I had a stinker. Big up to Jose and the legend Ellie. Go subs, Jamie.
I'm a legend. I didn't know that.
Howard Owls is here. Good afternoon, Howard, mate. How are you? He says, good afternoon, all you beautiful people. My condolences to you, Jose, for Sunday. There's no condolences needed at all, mate. No condolences needed at all. Peter says Bergwall will be a superstar as well as Gray, Moore, and Lancashire. I thought do you know what? For a minute, I thought he said Gary Moore, and I was going to say he used to be an absolute demon of a guitarist. He's passed away now, Gary Moore, but he was actually brilliant. But he says Gray, Moore, and Lancashire instead.
Bergwall, honestly, Irish Hotspur said I should be called Queen Ellie Bergwall, and I'm really glad that I chose him now because I was VDV, because I love VDV as well. But I wanted to go. Well, I went with the Irish Hotspur because he chose Højbjerg for me, and that was sort of an up and down thing, more down than up, right? But Bergwall, he's such a good player. People. Honestly, he's a fantastic player. He tracks the ball. He follows. He's very intelligent. He picks up really good pockets of space. And he's such an intelligent footballer. And he's good on the ball, right? He's the nearest thing to when Glenn Hoddle broke to the team at 17. And look how his career went. I think this Bergwall can really surprise a lot of people. Because I can see a lot of good traits in him.
Then you've got Rory's War saying, hey, glad you're feeling okay now. Yeah, I'm feeling much better, hence why I've come on today. Prediction show normally goes on a Monday, but I've left it till today. I wanted to be clear of everything before I came on. And so you can actually hear me speak, and I'm not coughing, I'm not spluttering, and also that you can actually hear my voice. And I can hear my own voice as well. Daniel Coy's Jose throwing little cheap shots because I use the words big up. No, it's not you. It's everybody uses the words big up. You never hear me say big up. All I say is big up. I read out your comments, and if they've got the word big up in them, I say it. But you never hear me say to people, big up, how are you? Oh, it's me, it's good afternoon, good evening. I was brought up that way. I wasn't brought up in America with this big up business. So, and I'm not one of the new kids on the block either.
Do you know what? We all say big up now because it's just the norm. But you don't say it because I say sir and madam. I actually say sir and madam, and I get told off for that. They say, don't call me sir, don't call me madam. Well, I was brought up like that, sorry.
Yeah. Ellie, who's holding the shotgun? Is what Adrian said.
There's a toy gun behind there that was given to me. And I'm going to give it to my nieces and nephews to use. When they come, they can squirt Teos.
Yeah, Ryan G says, I noticed you didn't like the big up, Jose, so I stayed saying good afternoon instead. I've never said it. I don't know. In all the time I've been on here, I've been streaming, I don't say big up. I repeat something to somebody else that they've said, but I don't say big up to people. You go anywhere and you always see me say, yeah, good afternoon, good morning, or how are you, and all that. I don't use the words big up. Bill's saying to me he's down in 3 weeks' time. Well, if you're down and I'm around, Bill, I will certainly meet you for a coffee or something.
You can come and watch me play football if you want for 40 years, but I'll probably be dead.
Round Table Talk says big up is an American thing. He's got a question mark. Well, I hear every American say it. It's like big ups, the high fives and all that stuff. So if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. It just seems to be everyone in the world says it. Just I don't.
Everybody on YouTube says it.
And you've got Ronnie. He's here saying hello, Ronnie. How are you?
Hello.
Here's your man Shem Tam.
Yes.
Says good afternoon, boss man Jose and the wonderful Queen Ellie Bergvale Benton Corverna. Hope you are both well. Ryan, we are going to get onto this before we talk about Tottenham. He said, I had a stinker in the FPL and both predictions leagues, and Wolves also lost. What a crap weekend of football.
Oh, no.
Big John says he didn't check his, but I'm here to tell people what you did, how well or how bad you did. I don't know how many people did as bad as me. That's what I'm going to say. I don't know whether as many did as bad as me. Hoddle was a better singer.
Okay. Yeah, he done Diamond Lights, was it? Yeah, with Chris Waddle.
What's it in reference to? I don't know. Understand who he's referring to, but it's fine. Howard can say what he likes. He's got one over on me at the moment. So Scott Hyam says big up to all coys.
Nice.
Good afternoon, Scott Hyam. I've read your comment out. Good afternoon, Scott Hyam. Big John says you got the Wolves score right though. Nick saying we don't say big up in the US. I have never heard it until I started watching Spurs YouTubers. Okay, Nick, I'll take it back, but I hear everybody saying that all the time, and I'm just like, what? Really? Mikey Romero from New York City. Big up Ellie and Jose. Hope your afternoon is going well. Big up chat. This Mikey's in New York, and he's saying big up chat.
My afternoon was going well until Angela told me I have to sweep the leaves in the garden. I said to her, do one.
Ryan is speaking, he's telling him what he did. Alan, good afternoon, Alan. Sorry, good morning. Good morning to Alan. Hi, Jose and Ellie. Happy Wednesday. ¿Cómo estás? Alan, I'm a lot better now, mate. Hence why instead of coming on a Monday and doing the show, I've left it till today to do it. But
he was Alan joined us on Spurs Diehards last night. He was very good. Yeah, you watched, didn't you?
Yeah, I did last night. I commented. I said hello to everyone last night.
Yeah, I saw that. ¿Cómo estás?
And
ooh,
Alan has gifted 5 memberships. And thank you very much for your kindness, Alan. They have gone to Bob Down Under, Matty Kushner, Carol, Kuva 99, and Jim Van Bowden. So if you have received a membership, then can you please thank Alan for giving you that membership?
Where does the membership names come up on? Did it come up on your screen on
No, it comes up on YouTube. I've got two screens open.
On YouTube.
I've got YouTube open as well.
It tells you on there. Two screens.
Yeah, it tells you there if it comes up. It tells you if you're quick enough to see it. If you're not quick enough to see it, then you miss out who it's been given to. So I make sure that just in case I've got two screens open. Charlie Biker's a true fan, flying back from Holland for the Brentford game. So he's also going Brentford as well, because I know that he was in the group trying to look for tickets for the Arsenal game. Well, I'm glad he got them. So well done, Charlie. Diamond Lights, what a great tune, says Howard Owls. Ian Mess says, but better singer than Bergvall, Jose. Okay.
We don't know. We haven't heard Bergvall sing, so we can't compare.
Big John is saying, give it a rest. You mentioned Hoddle and the Waddle song. You're making me feel old. And you got some people saying hello to each other. Around Nick says, I'm also in the south. It's sir or ma'am, and of course, y'all.
Y'all.
And then you've got who else you got? You got look who it is, Johnny Bethnal Green, aka El Vasco, aka Spurs Bench, saying hola Jose. Hola Vasco, ¿cómo estás? ¿Todo bien? And then you've got opening
video. Did you watch his opening video, Spurs Bench?
Yeah, I watched all. Spurs GCTV, big up. It's all right, my lovelies, where I'm from.
Right, my lovelies.
And then Chaz and Dave is all you need, boys and girls, is what.
Rabbit. Yep.
So with that being said, right, we need to talk about some football. So you've got Romantius here saying, hey, Romantius, I hope you're well, sir. Right, where do we start?
Where do we
start? Do we start with FPL? I'll tell you what, I'm going to start with the FPL because that's easier for me to do because some of these are easier to show. So with the FPL, and Nate sent me the write-ups that I put on the community page. I just haven't put the write-up on the community page as yet, but I will do. On the FPL, right? This is the bottom of the. So we've got 57 teams playing. So this is 51 to 57 because the other 50 fit on the first page.
Yeah.
And it looks like by this that some people haven't changed their lineup since they picked them because they haven't made any changes. I think because of the amount of points that they've got. So James, who loves Spurs, is currently down at the bottom. And he scored 41 points this week, but he's got a total of 60 altogether. So he might have been a late person to the party, but you've got people down there. Colin's down there as well on 53. Julie's down there in 52nd. God, Destiny's in 55th. Harmless Potatoes in 54th. God, we need you to move up the table, guys. It's worth looking every week at changing your teams and updating it. From saying that, though, you have got Neil, Nathan, John Clark. Rakdos Madness has gone up to 47th, so he's moved up. In Lenik We Trust, Jose Garcia has moved up to 46th. The homies from Leo Coys has moved up to 45th. And these people, up to Leo, Leo's got 201 points. So, you know, it's not that people have run away. It's not that people have run away already. You got We Used to Win stuff with Robelcha, Norfolk and Chance AJ, Iwobi top table. South, we're French from people that remember Grant, the Brighton fan. Wild Stags, Whiz Kids, Lee Wiz is 39th. And you've got Tottenham, bigger side. Look at Ryan, El Tel Wanderers, he's 37th, but he's got 217 points, which is quite good. You've got my missus, G'day Cobber, she's got 222 points and she's 35th. You've got Scott Colliver, he's gone up to 33rd. You've got Jesse, young Charlie Biker, the Sheriff. Then you've got Graham, and you've got David Williams, and then you've got Tel Cockerel. He's highlighted, has gone into 27th on 230 points. Then you have Chris Peters, Zoe Dyson, Joris, the Belgian Hotspur, Nick Young with Ozark. You've got the quad is on with Carl Simpson. 22nd, he's got 240 points. So, you know, you can close people up. You've got Jamie, Imber in 20th, Kevin Clarkson 18th, and Angie's Army with Phil Coyes is 18th.
Right.
Ben Coffin 6th, gone up into 16th, who's also got a team called Expected to Lose. There's a couple of people that have picked the same team name. Look at that. The Vasco is 16th. Sahil is 15th. John Williams is 14th. Robbie Clark has gone up into 13th. Ped is 12th. Brendan Tull is 11th. Graham Dunn is 10th. And then you've got Kells is 9th. Josh is 8th. Ed M is 7th. Steve Rifamato 6th. Dan Coyes, look, he's up in 5th. He's got 273 points. Side Dancer is 4th. Marlon is 3rd. Adrian Chia is 2nd. And leading the way is mad as a hatter, David Powell on 287 points. A lot of people will be able to catch up with these points because the season's a long one. It's an absolute long season. So you'll all be able to catch up with these points. But that's the table as it stands at the moment. This is self-serving, this table. So you'll always be able to see whereabouts in the league you are. Right? Yeah. So whereabouts in the league you are, because you have on a weekly basis a chance of changing your team. And Matty, you're asking what the code is, sir. Right, the code for this one is it's in the community page, but if you want to know the code for the Fantasy Premier League, it's there, mate. So anyone that wants to enter, if you go into this, you can still enter the league now. So I'll leave it there for a couple of minutes. Leave it there for a few seconds, and if anyone else wants to join, you're more than welcome to do so. Yeah. But this is self-serving. I don't have to remind you people at all, because you'll get reminded on a weekly basis that you can make transfers, you can do whatever you want. You'll get reminded. So it's for you to look after your own team. I don't have to remind you about this. So it's the beauty of having this one. Yeah. So anyone that wants to join, you're more than welcome to do so. Here it is. Yeah. If anyone else needs it, then please let me know. Matty, I can see you're in the chat. You were gifted a membership by Alan Rapdos Madness today. Just by going on this, we've got let me see where I am. I'm trying to catch up. Ryan G says we've got 28 people watching. We've actually got more than that now, and we've only got 14 likes. Horrific, isn't it? Horrific. Yeah, but we haven't got the likes. People are not in the likes.
Yeah, smash the likes.
Hola, Jose. Te que he dicho que vamos a ganar, vamos ganas. Good afternoon. Buenas tardes to you, Angus. I hope you are well, sir. John says, hit them likes up.
When you speak Spanish, you know that.
Sorry?
It's very sexy when you speak
here Spanish. Here we go. Right, Big John says, hit them likes up, or me and Ryan will come and sort you out. I'm gonna do predictions in a minute, Mag. I'm gonna do predictions. It's the third competition that we play, so I'm gonna do the second competition and then do predictions. Ryan G says I took Haaland out thinking he wasn't playing. Put Salah and João Pedro in. João Pedro didn't play and Salah did nothing. But they're all at home again this week, so remember that. This week they're all at home.
Liverpool losing to Forest.
Matty says everyone on my team got below 2 points apart from Watkins. People saying good afternoon to Angus. We've got Finn here. Finn saying big up Jose and a chat. And a good afternoon to you, Finn, sir. I hope you are really, really well, mate.
Till we sold.
Daniel Coy says you took the piss out of my scores. Week one, so I decided to take this seriously. FPL, mate. Well done. Well done. Matty, join in. Says you're in. Yeah, join in. It'd be good. And you've got Ian Memphis saying Eli te quiero. I think he's doing it because you said my Spanish. He's asking me to repeat that. Eli te quiero. Te amo, Eli. Eli te amo, te quiero. Right. Right. The next game that we play, or the next thing that we play, is we play Predict the Football. And on Predict the Football, again, it's self-serving. It's like predictions, but it's scored differently because they do goals for and against. And on that, you will all know where you are because it's self-serving. So down near the bottom, you can see Donna Cullen hasn't even made a prediction yet. Phil Coy's is 38, has made 10. It tells you how many predictions have been made. Joris, Kelly. But as we go up to 31st, the person who's made 40 predictions, that means I've played every single week and I made a prediction every single week. And yet I've only got 23 points and I'm 31st. And my goal difference is now minus 31. So with this one, if you predict scores and your teams don't, you under predict the score or you over predict the score, you end up getting minus points for goal difference. I mean, you've got someone like Kuba's above me and Kuba's on minus 39 goals. You know, you've got someone like Alan Raptos Manis in 20th and he's on minus 43 goals. But these, obviously they've scored, they've picked better results than me in this. But in this, you can all see where you are. Yeah, who we got in the chat? I can remember being in the chat. Just a harmless potato was in the chat. He's 22nd. Alan, 20th. Dan Coys is 18th. Ronnie, 16th in this one. Destiny, 13th. Ryan is 12th. El Vasco is 11th. Graham is 10th. Chris Peters is a side dancer. Rob Belcher's not here, but if he was here, cool. Rob Belcher's up in second. Rob Belcher is in second to Kevin Clark just on goal difference alone. On goal difference, he's got a 3 minus. So the leader, Kevin Clark, has got minus 10 points on goal, minus 10 on goal difference. It's mental. This game is mental, but this is the same as my predictions, but it's an automatic one that's done online. So if you want to enter this, you're more than welcome to do so. It's all self-serving again. So you do it yourself. You get sent an email every week. And once it sends you the email, you can go ahead and you can pick your predictions. And if you want to play that, it's never too late. And to play that, you go to here. It's https premierleague.predictthefootball.com. And there's a code for the Tel Cockerel League. And if you go into that, then you can then put your results in and your results will count no matter. And as I said, it's goals for and goals against. Yeah. So just sharing it. I'm just going to show people what it looks like. Just let me go back into this. All right, logging in. Right. So just to show people how it works for the people that haven't seen it before, present. Right. So how it works, you enter the league, so you're automatically in it. And then after you've entered it, no, Matty, it's easy to catch up on points. This is the one that's easy to catch up on points. Remember what I said, it does it on goal difference. So it's easy to catch up points. Like I said, if you looked at some of the points that we've got, even the leaders have got minus 10 goals. So just to make it easy for people to understand, if let's say the first game is West Ham versus Chelsea on Saturday, right? So you click to what you think the result's going to be, like I'm doing now, right? Let's say I went for West Ham 3, Chelsea 1, right? And let's say, for argument's sake, that West Ham won the game 1-0, then I'd score points for getting West Ham correctly was winning, but I would lose points for West Ham's second and third goal. And I don't, because I predicted 3, but only scored 1. If I predicted 0 for Chelsea and they scored 1, I'd lose points on goal difference because Chelsea scored 1 where I've said 0. So you can quickly make points up on this one. This one's so easy to make points up. But like I said, it's self-serving. You go through it. And once you go through it, you save your scores, and they're your scores for the week. The beauty of this one is you can change your scores anytime you want up until when the game starts. So if there are people that if you've listened to press conferences and there are people that have been injured or whatever, you can then swap your players out and you can swap them for another player and stuff like that. So, but it's a really good competition to play. It's again, it's one of them that's self-serving, and because it's self-serving, I don't have to chase you for it. But there's a code if people want to enter it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lovely. Right. What have we got? There we go.
We've got a lot.
Yeah.
Got a lot going.
Ian Meth says, am I going to regret bringing the Clark family into our community? No, I already know Mr. Clark because I work alongside him and I have done for years, but I didn't realise that he was your friend, Ian. But But it's interesting because we both worked together and we have done for many years. So no, he's a good bloke, and I've met Tommy's son as well, the zookeeper Tom, really nice boy as well. And I met them both at the ground as well at the Arsenal game. At the Everton game, I met them both there as well.
Yeah,
I met them both there as well. Right, so people are here for this one main thing, and the main event, or the third competition we play, which is the one that you usually get to see, is the Friday comp. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the first set of results up, and then I'm going to give me a second. So there we go. Let me just take the comment off so we can see. Right, let's take this one off as well. Right, hold on a second. Hold on. Sorry about that. I had to go use the little boys' room. Right, so right, let me tell you what. I'm going to take the cockerel out of the way as well, so people can see a bit better. Well, the highlighted to see a bit better is to see what Jose did this week. Right, can I say that this week was I had to work out the averages. So I worked out the averages for the week because this wasn't the best week for everybody, right? And I'll say that in general. So when I did the average, everyone that played, and we had 52 players that took part this week. And from the 52 players that took part, the average score was 5.
Right.
So if you've got 5, your average. If you've got over 5, you've done really well. Right?
Yeah.
It was a really poor week for a lot of people. So going through the scores, as you can see, and I'll show the second page in a second. The first score was 0-3. So Man United. So Man United won 0-3. So anyone that's got an orange next to them means that they went for Man United to win, but they didn't get the correct score. But we did have some people that got the correct score. So Ange Ball got it right, and so did James Love Spurs. They both got it right. If you can see the second game was Brighton versus Ipswich. Brighton versus Ipswich, you can see that it's all white in there. And it's all white in there. Not one person predicted a draw. Not one person. And it was a 0-0 draw, Brighton Ipswich, and nobody predicted it. So nobody scored a point at all.
I was expecting it Brighton to batter them.
But they didn't. So no one got a point in that game. This is why the week was really, you can see with the amount of whites in here, the week was quite a low scoring week. So that was a 0-0 score between Ipswich and Ipswich. Yeah, so looking further down, yeah, no one predicted that at all. Crystal Palace score ended up being a 2-2 draw, and with that you've got Rob Belcher got the correct score. Johnny Bethnal Green got the correct score. Drula got the correct score. Mikey Romero got the correct score. Spurs GCTV got the correct score, and Rory's War also got the correct score. So they all scored 3 points. Anybody that's in orange got a point for that game. Fulham versus West Ham. also ended in a 1-1 draw. And the people that got that correct were Rob Belcher again. Sorry, yeah, Rob Belcher, Mikey Romero, Scott Colliver, Custom Spoons, Queza Lee, Julie, Ange Ball, Dominic Ostriker, and Mark Cook all got that correct. Anybody else that's got an orange got a point. Liverpool versus Nottingham Forest ended up with a 0-1 win to Forest. I think 3 people predicted a Forest away victory, or 2 or 3 people predicted a Forest away victory, so got a point. Everybody else in white has obviously predicted Liverpool or a draw, and that's another game that completely threw everybody. The next game is Man City versus Brentford. And Man City versus Brentford only brought up 2 people that got the correct score. And them 2 people were Finn Rickwood and Adrian. Adrian and Finn were the only 2 people to get the 2-1 scoreline. So there's Adrian, and then up there is Finn, who got it correct. The game after that was Aston Villa versus Everton, and this game ended up with Aston Villa winning 3-2. There's a whole host of orange there, but not one person predicted 3-2.
That's twice Everton have done that. Gone into the lead and then lost 3-2. They did it against Bournemouth.
Yeah, leading 2-0. Yeah, you did leading 2-0. Yeah. But nobody predicted the correct score in this game. Not one person. There's people that predicted Aston Villa, but there's not one person that predicted the correct score. The next game we'll move on to was Bolton versus Chelsea, and out of that, it was a Bournemouth Chelsea. It was a 0-1 victory to Chelsea, and the only person who got the correct prediction was Julie.
Well done, Julie.
Predicted it. Then we move on to the penultimate game of the weekend, which was Tottenham's 0-1 loss to the Gooners. And from that, we've got 6 people predicted an Arsenal victory and got a point. Everybody else did not score any points whatsoever. Yes. This is what I'm saying. It was a low week this week. Yeah. And the final game of the weekend was Wolves 1, Newcastle 2. And in that, the people that got that correct score were Chris Peters, Julie again.
Well done, Julie.
Colin got that right. Big John got that right. Apart from Big John, Ange Ball got that right. Alan Ratdos Madness got that right. Colin Blackshaw got that right. David Shear got that right. Lee Wiskid got that right. And last year's champ, Totspurs, also got that right. So, from top to bottom, the scores on the doors. This week's scores. With 1 point this week, Jose. With 5 points this week, Destiny. Carl Simpson 4. Ryan G 4. Ronnie 4. Peter Kagayas 4. Rob Belcher 8. David Clark, last week's leader, 5. Adrian 5. Johnny Bethnal Green 7. Drula 6. Smithy Smith 3. Mikey Romero 9. Scott Colliver 7. Dan Coys 5. Custom Spoon 6. Chris Peters 6. Ed M 3. Quez Ali, who made the biggest jump last week, got 8. I think one of the stars of the week was Julie. She got 11 points. Colin got 5. Matty Kushner got 3. Inner Hype 5. Nigel Purecoys 1. Big John 8. Ben Kaufman 2. Rimanshu 1. Gus Parker 3. Finn Rickwood 7. Ange Ball 11. I think he tied Julie. He got 11 points. Alan Ratdos Madness 7. Jamie at Talkspurs 3. Bill Bidwell 3, Amin Correa 1, Adrian Chia 4, Spurs GCTV Graham got 6, Donovan 4, James Love Spurs 5, Nick Roundtable Talk 4, Paul G 4, Sahil 5, Colin Blackshaw 8, Raw is War 9, David Shear 7, Lee Wiskid 7, Luca AFC 5, David Williams 3, Kuva 4, Mark Cook 8, Tot Spurs Dazza got 7, Bobby K 4, and Queen Ellie got 2.
Rubbish. I knew I'd done bad because I was looking at the scores and thinking, what? How did that happen? Liverpool losing to Forest, bloody hell.
So with that, I'm going to come out of the screen now because I want to see what comments people have made, whether they're happy or not. Let me have a look.
I'm not happy with my 2.
Let me have a look. Who we got? Daniel Coy says, I'm pinning all my hopes on the FPL. Then predictions leagues are a write-off for me already. You haven't seen the league table yet, son. You must always wait to see the league table, right? Because this is only the 4th week. Boy, we got lots of weeks to go. Remember, we play this for 38 weeks and we play the international breaks. So you get more chances of scoring points in this because it's not just limited to the Premiership game. Matty says, is there a point of joining as I would be so many points behind? I've told you already it is. Do it for fun, Matty, see if you can catch people up. Mikey Romero says, would I be able to join after the stream? I'm at work listening, but I could join a little later. Yes, Mikey, all you got to do is go into the community page. And if you go into my community page, you've got the links to both the games there. Yeah? Because you would like to join the other 2 games. Ryan modding, telling everyone that you're going to find it. Drewler's here. Says, big up, Jose.
Hey.
I've just got home. What have I missed? Not much. I've just gone through it. Colin's here. Good afternoon, Colin. Says, good afternoon, Jose and Ellie.
Oh, Colin.
Ryan G says 4 points. What a stinker. Ronnie says, Ronnie also says, what does Ronnie say? Ronnie says 4 points. Rubbish. Matty says, I did awful. Let me have a look. Daniel Coy says 5 bloody points. Ian Meth says, is that all the scores? I don't see mine. Did you send me yours, Ian? If you did, because you were away, did I do your scores? If I haven't, I will add your scores. Yeah. How did you send them to me? Oh, interesting. We got stewards from Ian. Because Ian's been away, so Ian's been sending me them. And if it's my fault, then it's my fault.
Well, I think it is. If it's your fault, it's your fault.
Right, let me have a look if I did any scores for him. Ian Meth. Right, Ian, I didn't put your scores in, but from looking at this, I'm telling you now, I didn't do them. I will add them for this week, right? And then I'll get them put in for to update the table for next week. But just to say, Ian, your scores, you went for Southampton 1, United 2. So that scored you 1 point, yeah?
Yeah.
So that's 1 point scored there. You went for Brighton 1, Ipswich 1. I believe that scores you another point. Because that was a 0-0 draw, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So Ian Meth's on a roll so far. He then went for Palace 1, Leicester 0. No points, that was a draw. He went for Fulham 1, West Ham 1. Jesus, that was 3 points.
That's spot on.
So that's 5 points at the moment. 5 points for Ian at the moment. Liverpool 3, Forest 0. So you wouldn't have scored a point there, Ian. Man City 2, Brentford 0. You would have got 1 point there. Who are you going for next? Villa 3, Everton 0. You would have scored a point there. God, Ian's not done badly, has he? Bournemouth 1, Chelsea 2. That would be another point.
Bloody hell. Well done.
Spurs 2, Arsenal 1. No points scored there.
No. We should have scored 2 goals though.
And the last game, he went for Wolves 0, Newcastle 2. Would have scored a point there. Ian, I'll have to update your table with you, but he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ian, you scored 9 points this week.
Well done.
But Ian's back in the country now. So, yeah. Ian, it's my fault. I missed your scores because you've been away in Canada, so you send them to me. And I've missed your scores. So it's my fault. I've updated the results sheet now. I'll update your points next week. So when I show the league table, Ian Meth, wow, Ian Meth has jumped up. 422.
There we go.
Right, I know where he's jumped up to. Right, so Ian, I've updated that. I just need to update the table next week, and I'll add you. I'll update it now, but it won't be on the screen here, and I'll be able to put you exactly where you are. I can tell you exactly where you are when we bring the league table up. Daniel Coyne says, "Yeah, I'm average." So Ian, sorry, my apologies again, mate. Ryan G says, "Man, United screwed me at the last minute." Spurs GCTV says, "Ryan, me too, the 96th minute." Daniel Coy says, "Ryan, at least I got 1 point for you triggering me into predicting Wolves to lose." Daniel FFS, "I wish I'd have backed Arsenal now as well, like I was going to." Anyone hit double figures this week? Well done. Yeah, we got two people have hit 11 points this week, so well done to the 2 people. Smithy, missed you on Sunday, Senora Cassette, you rascal. I wasn't well at all, Smithy. I missed the game and I wasn't well at all. Big love, guys. I'm with Beth before she goes to class. If you're still going after, I'll come and say hi. I had a piss poor week. Your mum didn't know. Daz is here. Good afternoon, Darren. I hope you're well, mate. Says, "Hi, Jose and all. The only way is up." It certainly is, because you have moved up. And then 2 sides, which I'm assuming is Colin this time around, says, big love to you all. Hit the like button. Daniel says, "Colin, you missed my joke." A little further up in the comments, mate. Ellie, you beauty. I hope you're well. It's coming from Colin.
Thank you.
You're giving me Danny vibes, Auntie L, is what Julie says.
Do you know what? I like Danny. He speaks his truth. You know, maybe people don't agree with the Postecoglou stuff, but that's his opinion, isn't it?
Yeah. Raw is saying he got 9 points. You certainly did, Raw. Yeah, Ian, I got last week's. I didn't include this week's ones, mate. So my apologies. This week's ones. I did your last week's, just didn't do this week's ones. So my apologies to you. But you're back in the country now. I don't have to keep checking the WhatsApp, because as you understand, my WhatsApp goes absolutely mental. So I have to mute it. I mute my WhatsApp because I get so many people, messaging me about different things. So I mute it.
Jose, right, I'm doing an Instagram advert for you. And I've put in Ellie, and loads of pink elephants have come up. Look.
I don't understand Instagram, so
it's basically saying I'm fat, like an elephant.
Right. Colin says that his mum's a smart lady and he needs to copy her. So you ain't wrong there. And you've got people sounding like each other. I did add you last week. Mikey Romero says 9 points this week. Looks good to me. Yes, 9 points was good. Right, was good. Now, I don't know about that. So many WhatsApp he says to me, the price of being a YouTube star. Totspur says, "I've just found my Chris." So Totspur's Darren. Yeah.
It looks quite good.
It does, but I don't understand Instagram. I'm not on it, so I don't understand it. Totspur's Darren says, "I just found my crystal ball. All is good now, Jose." David Clark says, "Spurs ladies have signed Maria Roth Areta from Real Madrid. She's a midfield player."
Yes, I saw that.
Matty Kushner says, "What's the average on a normal week?" Matty, it all changes. This week's average was 5. the points for this week was 5, and I scored 1. So, you know, it's all different. I mean, this week we were thrown by some of the results. Liverpool losing at home 3 people. Tottenham obviously losing because a lot of people support Tottenham and have gone for Tottenham as well. You had the Brighton Ipswich scored 0-0 draw. Nobody went for a draw. So that was just complete blank. So that's why it's hard to tell and hard to predict, Matty, how many points is good for a week in the one that we play. But yeah, but you've done well. You're on the board, and that's where you've got to start. And I'm bringing up the table in a second. Bobby K is here. Oh, good morning to you, Bobby. I hope you're well. Says big up Jose, Ellie, and everyone in the chat.
All right,
and everyone is saying hello to each other. So at this time that everyone's saying hello to each other, we need to bring up the league table. And the league table from the bottom to the top is as such.
We're 8th, unfortunately.
So that takes me up to 37th. Right. So that takes me up to 37th. Right. So looking from the bottom upwards, anyone that's in blue, it means it was your first week, right? And anyone in green means you've moved up the table. So everyone in blue, you would have moved up the table because it's your first week. Yeah. But anyone in green has gone up the table as well. So you've got Romanchu in 70th. Romanchu got 1 point this week, but Romanchu ducked out and didn't do all his predictions. So Romanchu only actually got 4 predictions in. He did the first 4 and then shot off. Ben has got 2 points. So Ben is a person who tries to get 0 every week, and he ended up with 2 points. So Ben's on the scoreboard. Then you've got Phil Bidwell got 3, Matty Kushner got 3, and Gus Parker got 3. So there's 68, 67, 66. Roundtable Talk Nick, who was a usual player last year, but has only started last week, has gone straight into 64th. Donovan has gone straight into 61st. Luca went straight into 60th. Sahil has jumped up to 57th. Finn Rickwood went straight in at 55th. Jamie Talk Spurs has gone into 49th. Adrian Chia jumped into 45th. Ange Ball has gone into 42nd. Mikey Romero has gone into 39th. And Raw is War has jumped into 38th.
Nice.
Now, the next part of the table. The next part of the table is Mark Cook has jumped into 29th. Tot Spurs has got into 27th. Custom Spoons 26th. Scott Colliver 25th. Johnny Bethnal Green 24th. Big John has jumped into 23rd. Alan Rakdos Madness has jumped into 20th. Although it's got Lee Wizkid there jumping into 17th, it's now going to be 17th is actually Ian Meth who's jumped into 17th. Yeah. And Lee Wizkid would have been 18th. So when I update the table, Ian Meth, who's currently 33rd, with the points I didn't give him this week, he jumps into 17th. So well done to you, Ian. Drula has jumped into 15th. Rob Belcher has jumped into 13th. David Shear has jumped into 7th.
Wow.
Julie has jumped into 6th. Quez Ali has jumped into 2nd place. And our leader for the 3rd week on the trot is David Clark, who's now got a 5-point lead. He had a 3-point lead after the 2nd week. He had a 4-point lead last week, and he's now got a 5-point lead. However, if you look at the people that are in the top 10.
Oh, George.
So the people in the top 10, there's 9 points separating the people in the top 10. And you've got to remember that we play this week in, week out. So when there's no Premiership games, we throw in extra games so people can score points. So you're always able to score points in this. I mean, I'm down in 19th, but even if Alan Rakdos Madness in 20th, 16 points behind the leader. These points can be caught up. The points are not insurmountable at the moment. Even David Clark to the top and Romanchu to the bottom, even the 47-point gap can be caught up. All you got to do is you got to remember to play every week. Because if you don't enter a menu every week, then you fall behind. So it's just a case of remembering to turn up to the shows. And if you can't turn up to the shows, turn up to the stream where the show was on and leave your scores there. That's the way that it'll be accepted by me. I don't accept them from the WhatsApp groups and stuff like that because I'm not chasing people anymore. Yes, with Ian and with other people, if people are away for that week and they pre-tell me, then I'll accept them in other ways. So people have emailed me their scores if they're away, and people have also sent me a message with them while they're away. But I know that they're away, you know. And otherwise, if people are away and they can make the show, they'll leave it after the end of the stream. So basically, in a nutshell, you can all catch up. It's all a case of just remembering to play. Some people forget to play, and when you forget to play, you might not score points that week. Some of the people that we're looking at, because there wasn't a Premiership game during the international break, they thought, oh, there's no game this week. There's no show. Well, there was a show, and we did a bonus week like we did last year. And with that bonus with that bonus week that we did, some people scored some really good points out of it. So they've done well. Big John, as you would do, the big Yorkshireman says, I don't mind coming from behind, lol. Matty Kushner says, how much time does this take you to make? Respect. It takes quite a while, and that's why I won't chase people anymore, Matty. Last year, I used to chase people through WhatsApp groups. I don't do that now. Last year, I ended up with 119 players. This year, we've already got 70, and I haven't chased anybody. And I refuse to chase people. You know what the drill is. You know where you're watching it. If you don't make the show, leave it at the end of the stream. If you're going to be away on holiday or anything like that, and you're not going to be able to get to a computer, then by all means, message me and we'll sort something else out. But yeah, it is what it is. So that's where you are, people. And on Friday, I will do this weekend's fixtures. So we'll have Friday's show and we'll do it again. Big John says, you got dirty minds. I'm on about the league. Ryan G says, I'm joint second. I'll take it. Yeah, it's only because Quez has got 8 correct predictions to your 6, Ryan, that he's ahead of you because that's the goal difference that we sort it out. Paul G, evening, Jose, and of course, Ellie. Let's go. Come on, you Spurs. And then you got people saying hello to each other, saying hello to Bobby, saying hello to Graham. Hi, Cy Dancer. Hi, Cy. I hope you're well, mate. Missed you on the predictions last week, Cy. Oh, look. I hope everything's well. Says sorry I missed this week. My son was in hospital. Cy, all the best to your son. I hope everything is well. Yeah, I hope everything is well. All the best to your son, mate. All the best to your son. Quez Ali is here and he's just clapping his hands. Quez has not made one comment, not one comment at all, and Quez is second, and he's not made a comment. So he's
cool dude, isn't he?
Yeah, Quez is a secret assassin this year.
Where is he?
Nita says, me dumb, I didn't realise you could post them after the show. Yeah, Nita, after the show finishes, darling, if you're not in the show on Friday, after the show's finished, just post them there and I'll take them from you, Nita, because you're another one that used to play last year and I'd welcome you back into the competition with my arms wide open. So come back and join Nita. If you can't make the show, leave them up. If you can't make the show live, then leave them after the show in the stream comments.
Yeah, I did that and I only got 2 points.
Well, I was live on the show and only got 1 point. Matty Cushing says, I'm so scared for tonight. We will discuss tonight in a second. Paul G's sending all his best to Side Dancer as well. Spurs GCTV, thanks, Jose. Really appreciate your work you put in. It's great fun. It is great fun. It's superb. I enjoy it probably as much as you lot, even though I must be demented. Matty Kushner says, if we lose, Angie's going to be under a lot of pressure. Bobby K.
Pressure anyway.
We've always got, in America they got them as well, and in Canada they got them. You've always got a union man, isn't there? Right? We've always got a union man, and Bobby is that union man. Jose, I think your demands are ridiculous. No WhatsApp. You have no issues with me sending you topless selfish, but won't accept my score predictions. I said to you, there's always one union man, isn't there? And Bobby is that man.
Is he saying he's sending you nudie girls?
Yeah, that's what he's saying. He sends them there.
Topless selfies.
See, look, 16 years union, baby. See, I told you, there's always a union man about. Always.
I was in the union, in the Department of Social Security.
Look, he says, topless selfies, my bad. Lisa, we said, what you've been listening to in those headphones, Ellie. The Prodigy smacked my bitch up.
No,
right.
David Cassidy.
David Cassidy. Right, Ellie, tell me, how are you, Ellie? Tell me all about where are you since the weekend, and what do you think of tonight? I might as well ask you the question now because you're here.
I feel sick, right? Because I was above the Arsenal fans in the disabled section, and I literally had the most horrid experience. I had to walk miles to get to my seat. There was no wheelchair access. The lifts were packed with people that can't make the top rafters. So I couldn't take the lift, so I had to take the stairs. A good exercise, though. I must have lost a few pounds doing that. Right? And got to my seat, and right above the Arsenal fans, Jose, singing, "Cheer up, Pastor Goglu. Oh, what can it mean to and football team?" And I had to listen to that, and I had them going celebrating, and then Gabriel comes over with his pearly whites after he bangs one in with his head. And I don't like that player. I just don't like him. He's a moany he's a moany big sod. Right, there's some players you just don't take to. Mine was Robbie Savage back in the day, but now it's Gabriel because he's such a moaner. Him and Fernandez of Man United, get rid, right? And it was just so bad to lose like that without no fight or spirit. This is a London derby. Like, everybody was passing the buck, not taking on their man. And when they crossed it, it was the worst cross honestly, Jose, the worst crosses I've ever seen in the entire time I've been watching football. I've never seen such bad crossing.
From Tottenham?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Never, even Maddison, right, who's crafting, he does a ball to Solanke and it's not hit with any purpose. It's like just drifted in. And poor Solanke, he's trying to get his head on it and he's stretching. He just about manages to get his head on it and it goes past the post after. I think maybe Raya got a hand to it. I'm not sure. But it was one of those frustrating matches, where you think they were using their shithousery as well, feigning injury. Yeah, and it was just so frustrating. And I was sat next to a disabled man who was quiet as a mouse. He had no emotion. Do you know, when I go football, I like to be next to somebody who's like me, animated. Yeah, but on the other side, though, there was a crazy man. He made up for that quiet man.
Crazy man, she says.
Crazy. Right, he was effing and blinding all through the match. And I didn't blame him, but I was trying to keep some decorum. I do have a little bit of a potty mouth. Right, that's my husband.
Right.
I'm going to ring him off. Sorry, husband. I'm on a stream with Jose. I've blanked him. Right, yeah. So I'm glad in a way, you had a lucky escape that you had a bad throat, because you would have had a sore throat at the end of it anyway.
I had a sore throat. I felt like shit, but at the end of the day, it's just it's a game of football. It's a game of football that we wanted to win, but we didn't win it.
Yeah. It's more than a game of football against Arsenal. It's like territorial. It's warrior time. It's like Trojan time. You've got to get stuck in. The first 10 minutes, we were really good, right? And Kulu was everywhere. Like, he was biting at their ankles. He was committing fouls, but it was like you had a bit of passion. And then they just dropped off, like flatlined. Oh. Yeah. So, especially Brennan Johnson. Sorry, Brennan Johnson.
So where am I with all this now? Right, I've not said nothing to you. Right, where I am. Right, so I am so disappointed. Yeah, it could have been. It actually. Do you know what? I think it's because of Arsenal. It's compounded my disappointment even more because it was Arsenal we lost to. Now, this is where I am. Right, to me, on stats, right, on stats alone, Tottenham are the greatest team in the Premier League at the moment. If you look on paper, we're absolutely fucking brilliant. So we dominate the fucking ball. We dominate the pitch. Our passing to our players, the percentage of passing is like in the high, in the 91, 92 percentile of passing to each other's players. You know, the amount of chances supposedly we create on paper is loads. The amount of chances we minimise other teams is loads. It's absolutely tremendous. All the stats and facts and figures tell you that we're fucking brilliant at everything we do. But the one thing that fucking counts is getting 3 points. And we've been absolutely shit and poor in securing 3 points. And that doesn't matter who you're playing against. If we take out then 10 games from last season, the first 10 games, and we look at the last 28 games and the 4 games of this season, and look at the amount of points that we've picked up, it's atrocious. We should be far better than this. Now, I've been turning around and I've said, look, don't get it twisted. I'm not anti-out at all. I believe that there is a process that we've got to follow. But how long do you follow the process for? Now, some people could say, yeah, but it took some other teams 3 years or 4 years to win something. Blah, 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 blah. And that's fine. And I understand the long term and that. But I look and we were absolutely toothless against Arsenal. And when you're saying about the crossing, I didn't speak to you about this. So you're saying things I never even said to you because I've not spoken to you. But I spoke to one person yesterday. And that one person, I said exactly what I'm saying now. So they've obviously heard me say it before I'm saying it live to people. I said that we were toothless. We're powder puff. We had no creativity again. No creativity. Maddison, because of the way we play, Maddison is having to drop back to the halfway line to pick the ball up to start play off. Maddison's not in the pockets playing his football. He's having to drop so deep to pick the ball up. The crosses, and I'm sorry, it doesn't matter whether you had Johnson, Odegaard, or Sonny. When they cross the ball, they can't beat their first man. And when they do beat their first man, they hit it too long and there's no one there. And I'm talking way past the back post. Not even to the back post. Way past it. The ball runs out of play. So at the end of the day, the crossing was absolutely poor. So you bring on, and to be honest, I don't think Johnson was poor because I thought Johnson put an effort in for the team. But you want him to be setting goals up. You want him to be in positions to score goals. And our players did neither.
I disagree. I think Johnson was pants.
Okay, our players did neither. Let me finish and then you can have your say, right? And then we brought on Timo Werner, right? And Timo Werner, right, to give him his dues, because you can't just, rubbish the player all the time. If you're going to play to his strengths, you've got to play him so he gets in behind the defence, right? He has to get in behind. You've got to play them through balls to him. What's the point playing the ball out to him when his defender's sitting 10, 15 yards off him? You're not putting him through. You're just playing it to his feet, and he's going to automatically pass the ball back so the move can recycle again. We don't play to his strength. We don't play down the channels to get our players in. And if we're going to have these players and we want to use them correctly, you've got to get them in the channels, and we're not doing it. And as I said, for creativity, I was just like, what? Now, as I said, on paper, Ellie, on paper, we're the fucking best team. We're the best team. Who can beat us? No, but I'm talking about if you look for the whole season, the first 4 games of the season, who is beating us on the stats on paper? Who's beating us on the amount of chances? Nobody. I don't think anyone will beat us on the stats that I can see. But them stats don't mean fucking jack shit if you don't get 3 points at the end of the day. We're not getting 3 points often enough. We are not getting 3 points often enough. We need to start putting points on the fucking board, and we're not doing it at the moment. So therefore, who's to fucking blame? Who's to fucking blame? Is it the players or is it the manager? Who's at fucking fault here? And I need to understand. Someone needs to tell me who's at fault, because the players that we've got, if the players that we've got can't do what he's saying, right?
Move them on.
But then it's down to the manager. Then it's down to the manager to then change the players out when you do your substitutions, or to pick a lineup, change it because the players ain't fucking doing it. So change it. Now, it then tells me that obviously we haven't got the strongest squad, which I knew that. I knew already we ain't got the strongest squad in the league. He's got a smaller squad to work with than what he had last year. But when you're going out buying players and you buy your Bergvals and you buy your Greys and people like that, I'm thinking to myself, well, where were they? Why didn't they get brought on the pitch to affect the game, to change the game? Why didn't you bring these players on? Now we know Richarlison's injured, so you can't bring him on to play. I thought Solanke, and even for the Gooner in it, which is only one at the moment, even the Gooner in it has got to say that fucking Solanke had Saliba in his pocket. Solanke bullied Saliba like I've never seen anyone bully Saliba before. He smashed Saliba all over the gaff, right?
Yeah.
But Solanke is not a one-man fucking unit. You need players to provide the ball to Solanke, and we had fuck all in creativity. Sorry, my rant is over. Tell me where it is, Ellie. Does it lie with the players or the manager?
Well, I'll say the players, right? Because the manager would never, ever tell them to pass responsibility and not take on their man or get beyond their man. He wouldn't ask them, all right, yes, he tells them to hold the width, but there's holding the width and there's holding the width. That you have to get behind the width. You have to get beyond, right? Now, I've got a funny story to tell you, Jose, right? At half time, I was really pissed off, right? And I went to the disabled toilet. Inside the disabled toilet, there was a set of keys with Madrid on it. It said Madrid, right? Set of keys, car keys, you know, with the buzzer and a vape. So I thought, whose is it? So I'm asking the steward, is there any Spanish people in here? Because it's Madrid. And then this bloke comes over to me, hello. And he's speaking English as well and Spanish, because he probably thinks I'm Spanish. And he goes, you found my keys. Thank you, darling. He's giving me kisses, left, right, and centre. Then this other Spanish guy, big guy, like a muscle man, comes and hugs me. So I'm on a result. The game's been pants, but the men hugging me, don't tell the husband, right? And they're hugging me, and like I said to them, we're winning on every single metric. We're winning the match, but we're not scoring. And it was like that at Newcastle. All right, we scored at Newcastle, but it was like we bossed the game in a way in the first half. We had most of the play. We were passing it. We were faffing though. You know, when you do passing accuracy stats, you got to see how far they're passing, because it was like 5-yard passes side to side, into the middle, onto the other side, back to the middle. And there was no taking responsibility, Jose. Do you know what I mean? There was nobody taking on their man. And Johnson, he did take his man on a couple of times, but he didn't. Like when I say he took on his man, he ran towards his man, but he didn't want to go past him. He just wanted to slam the ball across, and it was getting blocked, or it was too long, like you said. And I've never seen such bad crossing ever. It was terrible. And just the general play was lethargic and boring. I was screaming my head off. And also, I'd like to point out that Sonny, I said this on Spurs Diehards last night, Sonny made 2 really good runs, and Romero had the ball and he was holding it. Sonny's screaming for the ball because he's made a really good run across the D twice, right? And Romero let him down twice because he didn't pass the ball, right? And he was in. Sonny was getting behind. He broke the lines, you know, and he didn't put him in, and it was so frustrating. And I could see why Sonny done that interview, that players have got to take responsibility. But also he has to, because it's a London derby. I didn't hear him being vocal enough. You've got to really G up these players on the pitch, not just before or at half time, while they're on the pitch. You've got to go up to them and say, what you doing? Get behind Arsenal, because you're not going to beat them just playing in front of them, because they just hold their back four. And they've got the best defence in the league. They have, and they've proved it last season. And they're already proving it this season. When they went down to 10 men with Declan Rice, they held on. Yeah. Yes, Lisa O. Hola.
Good afternoon, Lisa. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Espero que todo esté bien, Lisa. Nice to see her here. Nice to see her here.
Lady.
Yes, she is very much so. So I was just reading. Angus, listen, you won the game, right? And I've given you that already, and I'm disappointed that we lost against you. But right, I'm going to be real with you. If you think that Solanke only bullied Saliba for 10 minutes, then you must have been watching with shit in your eyes. Either shit or you had mud over your glasses or mud over your eyes. Saliba was bullied non-stop by fucking Solanke. Solanke smashed the living granny out of him every time they went with the ball. Always.
Yeah.
Always. There's nothing.
Saliba did not strong lad.
Saliba didn't get nowhere near him. Nowhere near him at all.
You know what, as well, I felt sorry for Solanke because he didn't get no service apart from that back post. And he had one other chance, but it was a half chance. But the best chance, I thought, fell to Brennan Johnson. He was only 7 or 8 yards out, and he skies it over the bar. It was easier just to slide it in, just pass it into the net. He leans back. That's the worst rule in football. You've got to lean over the ball. You know that in football. Oh, it's just so many comedy of errors.
Bill says that I forgot to say that Arsenal defended very well from the front. They did not let us play many decent balls through. Bill, it's not just Arsenal. It's every game we play. We can have all the control of the ball, mate. We can have all the possession. We've got absolutely everything. But in stats, we're kings. We're world leaders in stats. But when you look at it on the pitch, I mean, I'm not even going to go back to the stats, Bill. But Ellie, you were at the game, right?
Yes.
Did you see clear cut chances? Because it will tell us that we had 10 chances. Did you see any clear cut chances? Because it says we had 10.
The only one I think was a decent chance was Brennan Johnson's. For Solanke's one from Madison, it was a bit powder puff, the cross, and he was stretching. He just about got it. So that weren't really a chance. Kulu faffed about and shot it, and it got blocked. And then the goalie done a really good save from another shot. But nothing really you can say, oh my God, that should have been a goal. Apart just the Johnson's one, I think he should have scored because he was so near to the goal. It was easy to pass the ball into the net. And everybody got up on their seats. Yeah. So they were expecting him to score, and he skied it over the bar, unfortunately. But do you know what?
So the stats, it's the stats, right?
Too much.
It's the
That's
stats,
what it is.
really.
We delay the shot.
The stats for Tottenham Arsenal. Tottenham 64% of the ball.
Yeah.
Tottenham total shots 15 to Arsenal 7.
Mm-hmm.
Tottenham's on target was 5. Arsenal's 4. Yeah. Off target, Tottenham had 4. Arsenal had none. We completed 494 passes to Arsenal's 282.
Yeah.
Attack, clear cut chances. Arsenal had 2. We had none.
Yeah.
Corners, we had 7. They had 6.
Offsides. Brennan Johnson's was not a clear cut chance, but it was a bloody good chance.
It said we had 6 block shots and they had 3.
Yes, the block shots.
We won 13. We won 13 tackles to their 12, and they beat us on aerial duels by 1, 15-14. Goalkeeping saves. Our keeper made 3 saves. Our goalkeeper made 3 saves. Their keeper made 5.
Mm.
Fouls 1, Tottenham won 13. Arsenal won 10. Yellow cards, Tottenham had 5. Arsenal had 3. So at the end of the day, stats wise, we're fucking magnificent. And I keep saying this, we're magnificent in stats. But
stats don't tell you everything, because you know all those block shots. It's because we faffed. We didn't get our shot off quick enough. If only they didn't take 1 touch or 2 touches or even 3 touches too many. You know, get the ball in out of your feet and get your eye on the goal and shoot the bloody ball in. Because I was screaming, Jose, shoot the ball, shoot.
Right. I just want to say, Ellie, right? Newcastle United.
Yes.
We had 66 of the possession. Does this sound kind of familiar now? Yeah, it sounded familiar.
We're getting 60-70% possession.
Right. We had 20 shots to Newcastle's 9.
Oh, no.
We had 6 on target to Newcastle's 3. We had 6 off target to Newcastle's 3. We completed 500 passes to Newcastle's 261. We're away from home, by the way.
We were better against Newcastle.
However, here we go again. Does this all sound similar? Clear-cut chances. Newcastle had 2. We had none.
None.
Right. Corners, we had 12. They had 7. We were offside 4 times to their 2. Right. Tottenham had 8 block shots to Newcastle's 3. We won 16 tackles to Newcastle's 8. We beat them in aerial duels 14-11. Their goalkeeper made 6 saves and ours made 1.
Yeah, it sounds familiar.
Does it sound familiar to you?
Yeah. What about Everton? You got stats on Everton?
I'm going to go back because I just want to. At the end of the day, there's a reason why I'm cheesed off, and there is.
Yeah, we should be winning these games.
Right.
Okay.
Are you ready? Are you ready? This is Arsenal. This is Arsenal. Sorry, this is against Everton. Oh. We had 71% possession.
Yeah.
We had 13 shots to their 10. We had 7 on target to their 1, and we had 5 off target to their 3. Passes 609 against 251. In attack, we had 5 clear-cut chances to their 0. We had 12 corners to their 5. They were offside 4 times. We weren't offside once. We had 1 block shot. They had 6. We won 16 tackles to their 19. We won 11 aerial duels to their 14. Our goalkeeper made 1 save compared to their keeper's 3. That is the Everton game, right? And then I can only go back 1 week before that. There was only 1 week before that we played. We were the last team to play at the weekend. Right, the stats for that game. Let me see if this is familiar to you. We had 71%. We had 15 shots to their 7. We got 7 on target to their 3. We got 3 off target to their 3. We made 671 passes to their 275. We actually had 2 clear-cut chances against Leicester, but so did they. We had 13 corners to their 2. We were offside once to their 2. They had 1 block shot. We had 5. They won 15 tackles to our 13. We won 9 aerial duels to their 8. Their goalkeeper made 5 saves to our goalkeeper's 2.
Yeah.
So, there's a familiar pattern. Stats-wise, if we can play the game just on paper and look at stats, we are fucking champions.
Yeah. But you know what, though? I just want to make a point, Jose, sorry. Right. You know the amount of passes we're putting in? You know why we're putting that many passes? Because we're faffing with the ball. We're not actually using the ball well. Like we're putting loads of passes, boom, 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 back, forwards, back, side, middle, side. And it's not creating anything in terms of clear-cut chances, because you could see the clear-cut chances, apart from Everton, where we scored 4 goals, there was 4 clear-cut chances. Other than that, the other games, none. It just shows you that we're faffing about with the ball and we're not being direct enough. We're not getting beyond, like you said, getting behind. We're just holding the wing and not getting behind, where the ball's chipped over and you can run onto the ball. Yeah. So stats can be very deceptive.
Yeah. You got Kuva says, I'm 100% with you on Solanke, Jose. Did well under the circumstances. The players who are supposed to provide the chances are dreadful. Spurs bench. The Vasco says you can make Keir Starmer look good on stats. Stats and data is dog shit. Who else we got? We've got Lord Rodney Trotter says clear-cut chances 0 again. Talk to me about stats. I mean, at the end of the day, it's not about that. I know what I see with my eyes, and what I do then is then I look back after I've seen what I've seen with my eyes, and my eyes don't normally tell me lies, right? And after I've seen it, I go back and then look at this and think, we really do that? And then I go back and look at it, and it tells me that we are world dominators. And as one of my fellow YouTubers, Deji Spurs says, location, domination at the location. We've got all that, but we're not converting with it. We're not converting with it.
You went all Jamaican there, Jose.
I know. Spurs bench says passing stats prove they run around doing their knitting and not shooting. You've got Bill saying it's because we don't seem to get that killer pass away. And it's exactly what I said. Yep. We don't play the balls into the channels. If you've got people like Werner, whether you like him or loathe him, to play to his strengths, you've got to get you've got to get in behind the defenders. If you're passing the ball 5 yards, if you're passing a 5 yard short ball to him, right?
Yeah.
He's still got like another 40 yards and he's probably got 2 players banking up on him. By the time he gets to try and go past the first one, he'll have another one banking up. So you're not playing the balls in behind. You're not giving these people a chance. So all our stats can tell us that we're pretty passers of the ball. We've got all the domination in the location, all that shit, but we're not fucking putting our chances away. Sorry, Kuba says, after 20 minutes, I was able to call out the result and most likely scorer. Nobody argued with it. We know what will happen in big games. For me, as I said, it's not about just the big games. It's every game. It's what we're doing. That's not true, though, Jose. Only the 2 stats that matter are clear-cut chances and goals scored. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter about we're just not scoring the goals. We're not creating the goals to score. And this is what I'm saying, and I'm asking Ellie because she was at the game, right? But if I go back to the Newcastle game, all the stats will say everything in the world, right? And so do the stats for the Arsenal game. But I'm trying to remember I can't remember how many saves it said Raya made. I can't remember him making them saves. Because if you create chances and you miss them, you're like, oh, wow, cool. If only that. And I don't remember any if, buts, and maybes in the game. So I'm just trying to remember, when did we create chances? Because I didn't see the chances.
He just did that one from, I think it was from Kulu, where he tipped it past the far post, didn't he? I think Kulu curled it in from the edge of the box, I think it was, and he tipped it round the post, and then he saved the one. I think he saved it from Solanke. I think he got his hand on it. I can't remember, but it was such a pants game in terms of.
Right, it says we had 5 on target. It says we had 5 on
fight.
It said we had 5 on target and 4 off target, but we had 15 total shots, right? But it said we had no clear-cut chances. So therefore, me watching the game, although I was poorly, to me it tells me quite clearly that obviously we hadn't created chances. I can't remember where we had the chance to score, but it says that we did. And then when it says the goalkeeper saves, it said that their keeper made 5 saves. What 5 saves? I don't remember. He
had 2 straight at him, and then he made one from Solanke, if he saved that one, and then one from Kulu. I can't remember the other. Maybe one from Madison, maybe. I'm not sure. But,
well, that's what I'm saying. But you was at the game. Do you see what I'm getting to, Ellie? You was at the game. I'm watching on the box, and I'm thinking to myself, where was we? Where was we? Listen, all these stats would tell me that we're fucking potent. All right, apart from we don't score, but we're potent. We're forcing these saves to be made. But I'm thinking to myself, where the fuck did we make these saves?
There's another saying, Jose, there's another saying in Tottenham called retribution.
Retribution, darling. Retribution.
To the land. Yes. We need retribution because we're bloody pants in front of goal.
Paul G says some stats are for prats.
True.
Lord Rodney Trott says you can throw the rest in the bin. Nita says stats screw you over, like I said earlier. Ryan G saying domination in the location.
We got to get in the location.
Angus says that the Gooners get corners and celebrate them like goals. Probably.
I think because when Sakkā went to take that corner, they were going crazy, the Arsenal fans, because they knew, right? If he puts in a good cross, they're scoring, because their defending is total crap at set pieces, especially corners. And Vicario should be coming out and dominating that 6 to 8 yard box.
Well, do you know what? I didn't talk to you, but I said to somebody yesterday that I spoke to, right? I said, look, for me, at the end of the day, right, Vicario has to dominate the box, the 18-yard box, the whole area. He has to look after and he has to boss the 18-yard box. That's his penalty box. But he can't even fucking boss the 6-yard line.
I know.
I'm talking about an 18-yard box, and he can't even boss it.
We've got 6'4", I think, 6'3" or 6'4" Van der Ven, 6'1" Romero. Porro's only a little guy, 5'9", 5'10", isn't he? And Udogi's a 6-footer. Yeah, so and Udogi's built like a tank.
But Bentancur's 6 foot. Bentancur's 6 foot. Gray's 6 foot.
Like
Bergwall's 6 foot.
They're not aggressive enough. The only one who is aggressive is Romero.
Solanke's 6 foot plus.
Yeah,
we got a lot of tall players. We got a lot of tall players.
When that corner came in, and Vicario went missing. He was on his line.
If you look at Solanke defends the front like Kane used to do. They put him at the front. So if the ball beats you, it's over your head. Then it's down to your other people. But he goes to the front post, so to speak. And you know,
do you know what I would have done? I would have put him in the middle and put Porro at the front. If he comes across, you've got 3 big men. Then 4 defending. Yeah. And you've got the aggression, because Solanke is quite an aggressive player. He's not overly aggressive, but he can mix it. Like you said, he bossed it against Saliba. I agree with you. So I don't know. I'm just lost for words when it comes to defending from set pieces. We're absolutely shocking.
Oh, you got round Nick saying,
a lot of games last season as well.
Stats are facts. They illustrate why we all think we can see. Lord Rodney Trotter says stats and data can only really help with the analysis of players in a scouting team performance. There's only 2 stats that matter. I'm just trying to catch up. Right, so Kuba said the problem wasn't even the set pieces or defending. We could still be playing now and wouldn't have scored. AJ's here says AJ says big up Jose, big up Ellie. Good afternoon to you, AJ.
I'll one in the top corner, Jose, for us.
Yeah, you've got a few people saying hello to each other. Yeah. Right. David Clark says, good win for Spurs ladies against Manchester United ladies, 1-0 in the pre-season game.
Come on. Spurs ladies are looking good, man. Honestly.
Well, they bought a few players, because I see David Clark's was saying it earlier. They bought a few players.
Yeah.
Let me just go back before if you want to talk about the ladies, I don't mind. But before I go back,
talk about
the other thing is we've scored 6 goals, so we're now to 1.5 goals per game.
Yeah.
On average at the moment, we're conceding a goal a game because we've conceded 4. Right. All 4 goals have been in predominantly, I'd say, 95% of Romero's fault for every single goal we've conceded this season. So he failed to pick up Vardy, and he ducked. He done the old Porro last season's technique of not looking over your shoulder, and then the 2 against Newcastle he gave away. And then the 1 against Arsenal, that powder puff touch on his back, and then he let Gabriel lost him in the run anyway, and beat him. But what I will say as well, although I squarely put the blame on Romero at 95% of the goals, my other 5% has to go to Vicario. Why can't your goalkeeper come out and smash the fuck out of the players? Your goalkeeper's protected by the referees. Go and smash people up. Go and fucking jump up for the ball with your knee high in the air. Knee the fucker in the back. Do what we all used to do when we played football. Smash them. Your goalkeeper. You remember in the olden days, goalkeepers lost their front 2 teeth, didn't they, in the olden days?
Yeah.
Because they used to come and smash the number 9 or whoever it was. They'd come out and smash
Neville Southall. Bloody hell.
All of them did. Instead of punching the ball, they'd come out, and if they couldn't punch the ball, they're chinning the player. What's going on with our keeper? Our keeper don't do jack shit.
I said yesterday, right, Jose, that Vicario's very slight. He's tall, 6'4", but he's a very slight build. And he's mouthy with his mouth, but he doesn't shut up, right? But concentrate, Vicario, especially at set pieces, because you know they're going to bully you. So you've got to bully them back. You've got to get tough, boy. Start building yourself up, because I think he's too slight, and they bully him. He's very slim.
It's not. Yeah, but you can be slim. Come out, right? Because you're going to be protected. Goalkeepers are protected by the referee. So if you come out and you smash someone up, right?
I think he's too slim.
Invariably,
a bit of bandage on.
Invariably, if you smash someone up, invariably you smash someone up because they're beside you. And the referees, knowing what the game is like, they'll give the foul against the goalkeeper. Although you've gone and you smashed the living daylights out the forward, they'll still give the foul to the goalkeeper because they'll say the forward went into you. He just doesn't do it for me. He doesn't go in there. And for me,
it's not aggressive enough. It's not aggressive enough. He doesn't command his box, right? So the other players have to step up.
Does that mean in Italy now? In Italy now, they play together with daisy chains and stuff like that because
the Italian goalies I know, they're massive. Donnarumma, Dino Zoff, Buffon, they were massive blokes. This guy's slight. I'm not saying he's totally not aggressive. I'm not saying that he hasn't got any aggression. But I think most of it comes with his mouth. And he is a good goalie, don't get me wrong. He's a very agile goalie. Maybe we're mollycoddling him too much. We got a, do you know, there's a film called Happy Gilmore, right? Where he stands in front of the ball and, do that. Now get him, you know, because he's got the fire, but he hasn't got the physique. Yeah, and look at Peter Schmeichel. He was massive.
I'm agreeing with you, but the thing is, what I'm saying to you, Els, right? I'm saying he hasn't got the physique and all that, but it doesn't matter because the referee, you're always going to get the referees. The referees are going to side with you. If you clash, a goalkeeper clashes with a forward, even if you smash these lights out, the goalkeeper invariably gets the free kick. You've smashed their player, but the goalkeeper gets the free kick because they'll say that player infringed the keeper. They get so protected.
Last year's London derby against Arsenal, if you remember, right, Ben White was right on Vicario's grill, right? And Vicario was trying to push him, but he wasn't really pushing him. He was sort of going, oh, get away. I'll just shove him out of the way. Get out of my grill. It's not enough aggression now.
The only thing you can't do nowadays on a Premiership game is you can't chin someone off the ball. Now, back in the day, that was commonplace. You chin someone off the ball, but you can't do that now because you've got cameras everywhere. Otherwise, football back in the day, someone would get clumped off the ball, and the referee, the referee wouldn't be looking over the linesman because they'd be following the play, and someone's just got done. But now you've got cameras everywhere. So I understand there's got to be a way of doing it and there's got to be an art of doing it. But for God's sake, goalkeeper, come out. Even if you don't get the ball, smash their players. Smash someone. Just smash them. Doesn't fucking matter. You missed the ball. Just smash a player. End of. But you know what? Your defenders, your team will be happier knowing that you're coming out to smash someone up, right? You may not be the greatest keeper in the world, but you're coming to smash someone and your team will love you for it. And they'll have, they must shit themselves.
Like, they must shit themselves. Bruce Grobbelaar was the best shithouser as a goalie, and Tim Krul, another one, shithouser. Tim Krul's massive as well, but Bruce Grobbelaar, he was a bit bigger than Vicario in his build, but not much bigger. But he used to flap his hands. He used to get up in their grill, put them off. If the penalty was getting taken against him, he'd move around. He was like a jumping jack in goal. You got to be a little bit of a shithouser, not just with your mouth, Vicario, with your fists, with your body. Get stuck in.
I'll tell you something, right? I can see some comments, right? If I go back to, right, let me go back to the 70s. People like Peter Bonetti. Peter Bonetti wasn't the biggest goalkeeper in the world. No, he weren't the largest man in the world.
He was Peter Bonetti, very agile.
Yeah, but he would come out and he would smash the fucking centre forward.
Yeah, he'd have the aggression.
He'd smash the centre forward. So, you had Phil Parks. He was a big boy, but he smashed people up. Clements would smash people. Joe Corrigan would smash people. Fucking Shilton would smash people. They'd come out. Gary Bailey used to be the Man United goalkeeper. He wasn't the biggest either, but he would come out and smash. What is wrong with smashing your forward? Come out, smash the forward.
They put their knee up, Jose, innit?
Yeah, they used to put their knee up and they used to smash them in the back.
Dig them.
He used to dig in the back and all sorts. Why doesn't our goalkeeper do that? Command your 6-yard box. And I don't care. Command your whole 18-yard box. If a cross is coming in from a free kick, right, and your defence have pushed up a bit and it's dropping just inside the box, why doesn't the goalkeeper, because they used to do it back in the day, why don't the goalkeeper come hurtling, running out, win the ball, smash the player at the same time? He's won the ball. The player don't want to go with. The player won't want to go up with you again. If people have played football, you'll know already. If someone kept striping you throughout the game, they were studding down your calf, stuff like that, you didn't want none of that. You'd stay away from that player. You'd go and pick another player to go and mark. You don't want that from a player. So equally, the goalkeeper, if the goalkeeper's going to come out and smash you, then you're not going to go up for the ball. You're going to think, hold on, mate, hold on, he could knock me teeth out here, and he's going to get away with it because the ref's going to be on his side. You make people think twice.
I know.
Oh, anyway.
Do you remember that player Joe Jordan for Leeds United? He was at Man United, but when he was at Leeds, right, the goalie knew that he was going to do some shithousery. So every goalie, they always, when there was a corner or set piece, they mark Joe Jordan. They actually got their eye on just Joe Jordan because he was brilliant in the air.
Yeah.
Same with John Chotak at Liverpool. Yeah. Fantastic in the air.
I remember Frank Worthington. Frank Worthington would mix it. Frank Worthington's a fucking great footballer. He's a great footballer. Really skillful, great footballer. But he could fucking mix it. Cool. Frank Worthington would get involved. He'd mix it as a forward. Do you know what I mean? You know, at the end of the day, the game's gone soft, as they say. It's gone soft.
It's gone soft.
Soft. Anyway, right, moving on, because you've got a few people that have made comments. You've got Spurs GCTV says, spot on, Jose, keeper needs to go medieval at set pieces. AJ says, yes, Jose, we want our keeper to cause fucking carnage, wreck everyone and leave. Yes. Paul G says, as a man, you should always command your box.
Is that a cricket term? Boxing? You know, when a man puts the box there.
Yeah. Lee saying jumping keepers will always get the ref coming down on their side in physical clashes as well. You know, to me it makes sense. But enough of that. Right, what's happening tonight, else? Because we've got to wrap up soon. So what's happening tonight? Coventry, Tottenham. Tell me what's going to happen. What's going to happen?
We've got to pay them back for that 1987 FA Cup victory.
Let's start first of all. Is he going strong or weak? Is he changing the team? What do you think is going to happen tonight?
I think he's changing the team, most definitely. I reckon he'll play a couple of the youngsters. I think Archie Gray will see him in midfield. Right. And I think I'm hoping that we see Bergvall as well. And I like him to be joined by Kulu, just behind the front man. And then Sonny playing in a free role. Yeah, so moving from left to right, covering the whole of that area, getting behind. Play a difference, get behind, confuse them, right? And then obviously Solanke up front, and then the back four really pick themselves. But I would change one. I'll push Porro on the right, not Johnson. Put Porro as a proper winger and play either Dragushin or Spence at right back. But I'd prefer Dragushin because he's a lot more physical. And he done particularly well against Newcastle. So I think he deserves another start, the lad, because he played brilliant against Newcastle. He didn't let us down, just put it that way. And he put some lovely tackles in. Yeah. I like Dragushin because he can bring out the ball. He's quite an intelligent lad. You know, when he strides out with the ball, he uses it very well. So I think, And then, I'd keep Kulu there because he can hold the ball up for us and bring it forward. I don't want him to play Maddison. I want to see what we're like without Maddison.
But so what's the score going to be, do you think?
I think it's going to be 1-1 after full time, and then it goes to penalties, doesn't it? Yes. I think it's going to be 1-1. We'll win on penalties because I can't see us winning. I can't see us winning in 90 minutes because they're going to give us a game.
Do you know what? Right, I hark back to when we played the pre-season games else, right? And we had a team for the first half and a team for the second half. If he's going to make the changes, right? A lot of these players have gone out on loan now, but if he's going to make a change, because people are saying that Mikey Moore wasn't included and Lancashire. I don't know whether Lancashire's back from injury or they left them both out of the squad last night, or that played in the Champions League. Because Spurs,
they played against. Was it AC Milan they played against?
I don't know, but I know they were beaten 3-1 at Stevenage. But Lancashire and Moore weren't in the squad, so I don't know whether that's through injury or I don't know whether that's through playing. But you know what? If he's got a chance of playing tonight, give fucking Mikey Moore a run out. In my eyes, just give him a fucking run out. Let him have a go.
Oh, Valencia, we lost to.
Okay, Graham Bergvall, give him a chance. Give them a chance. Give them a fucking chance to play. And let's get people on the pitch that want to wear our badge and are hungry for it. If people want to play for their places, then people need to fix up. If they get a game tonight, they just need to fix up, and then that gives Ange headaches to make. Has to. If you've got players that are on form and are doing what you're asking them to do properly, then that's going to cause you headaches. And that's what we want. We want him to be we want headaches to be caused. We want the players to be on form and be selectable for every single game. So you're forcing the manager to make a decision. But, I mean, I think we win tonight. Now, you look at teams that played last night. So Man United went in quite strong with their lineup and won 7-0.
Oh, no.
And they went in quite strong. I mean, they played, I think Toby Collier played at left back last night for them. But they started with a guy in midfield. Their forward lineup had fucking Garnacho, Rashford, and all these players playing for it as well. So they went in quite strong and won 7-0. So it's obvious the teams that are in the Champions League, we're not going to see them until next week or whenever it is they play the other part of the round. We're playing, obviously. Man United played yesterday. We're playing, and I think Chelsea are in it already, so we'll all be playing this week. But all the European Champions League teams, they don't play till next week or whatever it is. But it seems to be that most of the teams that have gone in kind of strongish. So they haven't they haven't gone in with second teams. Do you see what I mean? They've gone in quite strong. They've made a few changes, but gone in quite strong. And to me, at the end of the day, it's horses for courses. It's where we stand after the season so far that we've had so far and the results we've had so far. I think we need to go as strong as possible tonight.
Yeah, definitely.
And if we can, put the game to bed by half time. Simple. Then you can rest players in that, but try and put the game to bed by half time. I don't think Coventry are the same Coventry of last season at the moment. But at the end of the day, that shouldn't matter whether Coventry are the same as last season or not. Tottenham as a Premiership team should be turning up and should be dealing with teams like Coventry.
Yeah, but it's an away game, so it's already tough, and they're going to have their fans. They're going to have their fans bringing up that 1987 FA Cup victory, and they're going to get under our skins. It's not going to be easy. Like I said, I don't think we're winning it after 90. I think we're going to win it on penalties. I just can't see us winning. But I might be wrong.
I hope you are.
I think we're going to win. It's going to be on penalties. Because I'm sure that if it's level after 90 minutes, there's no extra time. Is that right?
There's no extra time. It goes straight into penalties.
No, it goes straight to penalties, yeah. I hope I hate penalties. I don't really want it. But that's how I can see it going. Let's wait and see. They might back up their ideas and actually create some chances. Clear-cut chances. That's what we want.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
We've come towards the end of the show. Oh, look at that. You've got Matthew Harris has just joined us. Says, good evening, Jose. I hope you're well. I am, Matthew. I feel a lot better, hence why I'm on today with the Queen. And Ryan G saying that they've got Brighton away tonight and he's not looking forward to it.
Oh no, they're a very good team, Brighton.
Right, Lee saying, Jesus, we're not that bad. You should beat them in normal time.
We should do, but I don't know. Because we faff about too much. We don't create enough clear chances. In your stats show only a hand, not even a hat, not on one hand, clear chances that we've created. Obviously, the 4 we scored against Everton, they weren't all clear chances. I would say 3 of them were. Because Sonny's weren't a clear chance, was it? He just ran in on goal and got the ball off. I can't remember his name, the bloody goalie, Everton goalie. What's the Everton goalie's name, Jose? You know. I've forgotten. He's the England goalie, isn't he? Bloody
Pickford.
Hell. Yeah, I had a mental block on his name. Pickford. Yeah. He made the mistake, but Sonny was fantastic. We need more of that from Sonny, pressing that high, and putting the goalie under pressure. I think we were toothless. The first 10 minutes, yes, we were pressing them and we were getting into them, and even Kulu was on one. But then after that, it was just flatline, like no passion. And the crowd weren't up for it either. It was like we were flat because they just saw the inevitable happening, It's a shame because if we cheered them on, they might have got a second wind.
Right, so you got Spurs GC2, Graham saying, cheers, Jose and Eddie. Catch you later, guys. Graham, I hope the wedding goes absolutely tip-top for you, mate. And, let me know all about it next week, but I hope the wedding goes really, really well for you, mate. So what I'm going to say is that, Ellie, when are you next hitting our screens?
What are we now? Wednesday, aren't we? So tomorrow I'm with Mark on Spurs TTID. It's all about the fun and bullshit. That's our new show. And it's a football show, but with fun. Yeah? Have a laugh, come and do a quiz. Have a laugh with me and Mark. Tell us your football stories. What's your funny football stories? What's the funniest thing that's happened at a match or on the way to the match, whatever. If it's football related, you can tell us. Yeah, so that's one new one that's going to go out every Thursday at 7 o'clock. And we've got a really good intro getting done at this very minute. We won't let on what it is. That will keep you guessing. And then on Friday on Spurs Diehards, it'll be me, Ian Meth, hopefully. Obviously, Adrian's going to be there, but hopefully Chan can make it this time. I know it's early hours for him, so it is hard. But sometimes he gets up early to be on the show. About 3 or 4 times he has. So hopefully, Chang, if you're listening, you'll join us tomorrow. Not tomorrow, on Friday at 8 o'clock as usual.
So for me, I will be back on Friday at 4 p.m. for predictions week 5. So come along Friday, get your predictions in. By then, we'll know what happened today. By then we'll also have
we'll have smiles on our face for a change.
Yeah, we'll also have the press conferences from all the other all the teams, so we'll know who's about and who the movers and shakers are going to be at the weekend. And we'll do the predictions, and we'll obviously talk some Tottenham stuff. I'm currently off work at the moment, so I don't know whether I'm going to be doing anything before Friday. Don't know whether I'm doing anything before Friday, but Friday 4 o'clock, come and join the prediction show. And before we leave, I'd like to say to everyone, please consider it in the like button for the stream. It all helps, I've been led to believe. And it's, I'm going to try and get any bigger. Apparently, it's all these likes and subscribers that are going to do it, but we'll wait and see. It's been a long road.
What you do, guys, really help out Jose, right? Because he's a lovely chap. Just share the link with your friends and your family and football fans, because this is a proper football channel and there's a lot of passion on this channel. And like Jose deserves to get to that 1,000 before Christmas. Come on, everybody help out. Just share the link. Ask the people that you're sharing it to like it as well. All right, that'll help out Jose an awful lot.
That's very kind of you. And just a reminder to people, look, before I go, at the end of the day, the Predict the Prem is also there. It's on my community page. So if you go to the community page, you're more welcome to enter. It's never too late. It's all fun. You can then have that conversation with everybody else that's in the chat as well, and you'll get to know each other. and there's the one for the Fantasy Premier. And apart from that, you guys all play on Friday, so I look forward to seeing you all at 4 p.m. on Friday. So my last words is, what last words have you got, else? Because I know what mine are.
My last words are, come on, Spurs, give us a win. Come on.
Come on, you mighty Spurs. In the big Ange, I trust. See you later, guys. Take care.
Postecoglou. Come on.